Okay, we're here just after the forum with a citizen. Sir, your name?
Vince Ledger.
Now, Vince, you told me just before we started this interview that you were away from Fitchburg for a long time. You were from Fitchburg, was gone for many years, and came back in 2003. What made you come back, first of all, and what is your impression since you've come back?
Well, to give you a little history, I was born in New Brunswick, Canada, in 1945. When I was 6.5 years old, we immigrated to Gardner, lived there for 2 years in Fitchburg, and I grew up in Fitchburg. And 63, went to San Diego, lived 25 years in the San Diego area, retired, and then moved to Idaho. And then my first wife, deceased suddenly in 1997. 2 years later, I married a lady from Fitchburg, and we came back to Fitchburg. And that's kind of gives you a quick synopsis of.
So you left Fitchburg the year I was born, 63. What did you think of the forum over here?
I was impressed. It was very good. All the candidates seemed to have a good idea of what the problems are and had different ideas on how to fix the problems. One of the things I was interested in is that Mr. Solomito suggested a business development specialist to be hired for the city of Fitchburg. And I was thinking all along, if you want to do something with a business, and Fitchburg is a business, so to speak, then you need to promote it. So we need someone who's competent, can promote the city, and sell it to people who might want to come in and open businesses and create more revenues so we can do more things to fix the city.
Now, have you made a decision for mayor yet, or are you still thinking about it with this forum here?
Well, actually, I'm no longer a resident of Fitchburg, but I still consider it my home, and I'm a member of the Tea Party, and I have a lot of friends and relatives that live in Fitchburg, so my feeling is, well, a friend asked me today, he says, well, I don't think I'm going to go because I live in Leominster and it's about Fitchburg. I says, well, Fitchburg is still my hometown, and if I can get some information that I can share with other people that don't come to these forums and give them my input to help make the right decision on who to vote for, then that's a good thing.
Now, you told me a story that I've actually experienced something like this myself online. You told me about talking to a person in Arizona, mentioning Fitchburg, and they just talked about it as an unsafe place. Could you repeat that story for me?
Sure. This was in the late 80s. I was living in Idaho, but we were in our motorhome in the wintertime, just below Lake Havasu on the Colorado River, and we got to talking with one of the other campers that was there, and they happened to be from Boise, Idaho, and you talk, well, where are you from, this and that, and I happened to tell him I grew up in Fitchburg, and he says, oh, that's a terrible place. I said, what? Terrible place? That's a nice place.
And they heard of Fitchburg, which amazed me.
Oh, yeah. And I said, well, why do you say that? He said, well, our daughter lives there, and she's into drugs and crime, and he described all kinds of things, and I thought, well, geez, that's not the Fitchburg I grew up in. I just could not believe it. And when I came back to visit, after not being here for a long time, I found out, hey, he was right, and I was kind of shocked to see how it had changed so much and for the worse.
Well, thank you very much for your time, and thank you for your input.
Well, thank you very much.